So, nutritional immunology in COVID-19. In this topic, we are going to discuss about the importance of the nutrition, especially in the cases of pandemic like COVID-19. What is the role of nutrition? Firstly, we will see that nutrition is required for the nurturing of our body, keep the body healthy, and for the proper functioning of the body. That are the basic role of the nutrition. The definition of the nutrition, it was given by Lavoisier. He was the father of nutrition and it was the youngest branch of the science. So the main role of nutrition is in the maintenance, growth and the reproduction. Now, we see in the detail, role of the nutrition is in the achievement of the optimal growth, development reflecting the full expression of one's genetic potential, maintenance of the structural integrity and the functional efficiency of body tissues necessary for an active and productive use, mental well-being, perform the immune system and the protective functions. That will include ability to combat the diseases, resisting the infections, that is immunocompetence, and preventing the onset of degenerative diseases. So we can say that the nutrition is going to play a very important role for a well-being of a human body. Minimizing the effect of the environmental toxin or pollutant is also one of the role of nutrition. Now, if you see the Indian food we have the qualitatively deficient micronutrients, particularly iron, calcium, vitamin A, riboflavin, folic acid, and vitamin D. Because in our food we have majority of the rice and the grains, but sometimes the supplements like vitamins and the minerals, those are very much required for the body. Those are not there in our food. So that we will see here. If you see for a healthy eating plate, no single food is a superfood. Means no single nutrient is a magic nutrient. A balance of a macronutrient and the micronutrient, that is a key for a dietary diversity is core. So that is very required to maintain and to face the challenges those come during these testing times like the pandemic nowadays we are facing. So what are the main nutritional deficiencies in India? The majority is the prevalence of the anemia. Second is the low consumption of vitamin D rich food. Third is the absence of fortification. Fortification in which we are going to fortify the food. We are enhancing the strength of the food by adding some more nutrients in it. That is not common in India, but in our other countries like foreign countries, fortification is very important and very common. And the low use of supplement is also one of the important nutritional deficiency. Coming to this flowchart, in this you can see that inadequate dietary intake will result in so many problems. Now, before we go ahead, we will see how our body immunity works. Body immunity, there are different layers. Physical and biochemical immunity, that will involve the physical, in which the skin is there, biochemical, different secretions of the body, and general immune system also is there. Immune cells are there like leukocytes, granulocytes, lymphocytes, phagocytes. All these will help to prevent our body from any of the infection. These are the general body immunity. Now antibodies, again the immunoglobulins are going to play important role. So different type of immunity, to maintain the immunity, different type of micronutrients are required. What is happening? There is selected vitamins and the trace elements. Those will support the immune function by strengthening the epithelial barrier and cellular and humoral immune responses. So here you can see the epithelial barriers, cellular immunity, and antibody productions for the humoral responses. So these are the lists of the vitamins and the minerals which are going to play important role for strengthening these systems. Now we will see that firstly vitamin A. What is the vitamin A and its role in the immunity? Vitamin A is a general array of organic molecule that include retinol, and retinoic acid. They are very important. They are maintaining the proper function of the visual system, epithelial surface integrity. All these things are very important and they are done by this vitamin A. They have the ability to induce the gut homing receptor on the T and B cell, that allowing the trafficking of the cell into the intestine, without which T and B cell cannot give the immune function as such. Vitamin A is playing very important role for the T and B cell induction. Okay, so they will help in the development of immune cell function by promoting the mucus development in the lungs and the airways. That is also very important because mucus is a defense mechanism against bacteria and virus. So this way vitamin A is helpful for the development of antibodies required to fight the infection. So these are the very important role that are played by the vitamin A in the immunity. This is the figure in which you can see the whole mechanism, how the vitamin A is working in the immunity. Now the vitamin C, again the vitamin C is the very common name nowadays, everywhere we are listening this name, is acting as an antioxidant or the electron donor. It enhances the collagen synthesis and stabilization, shortens the time to wound healing in the patient, it enhances the antibody level. So these are the ways by which it is strengthening our immunity. Okay, so innate immunity and adaptive immunity, both the immunities in the figure you can see, they are very helpful for the to maintain this system. Now, role of vitamin C in the phagocytic functions also. So how they are doing it? They are enhancing the neutrophil migration. They are enhancing the engulfment of the microbes. They are stimulating the ROS generation. They are doing this netosis, and they are clearing the macrophages. So these are the different vitamin C roles in the phagocytic actions. Now next vitamin is the vitamin D. It is also a very important immunomodulator, and they are very helpful for the immunoregulation. So they will include, they are functioning on these T cell monocytes and dendritic cell. Okay, they will be inhibiting the inflammatory cytokines and the cytokine production that will avoid the cytokine storm also. So they are helpful for the cytokine storm prevention. So this is the division figure by which you can see how the vitamin D is helpful. So they are having the metabolic balance stress response repair mechanism and energetic income stress damage. So these are they are preventing the inflammation also. Okay. Now this is the mechanism for the immune response to vitamin D, in which we have seen that how the vitamin D is going to helpful in the antibacterial activity and antigen presentation T cell functions. Okay, so in this figure we can see that how the vitamin D is going to help and maintain the immune response. Now vitamin E again, it is going to protect the membrane from oxidation. It regulates the ROS and it modulates the signal transduction. Okay, so then after that is the vitamin B12. It is again necessary for DNA synthesis, again modulator for the human immunity, facilitate the T cell production, and antibody synthesis is also very important, and done by this they restore the ratio of CD4 CD8 cell. Those are very important. So they will support the immune modulation by doing all these functions. Now vitamin B6 is acting as an enzyme, as a coenzyme for more than 100 metabolic reactions, and it is very essential for the nucleic acid and protein biosynthesis. So these are also, they are going to affect the development and the function of the lymphoid organ, and they are involved in the lymphoid organ atrophy. So we can see that the deficiency of the vitamin B6, it is going to decrease the antibody responses. Okay. Now coming to the prebiotic and probiotic, you can see the figure in which you can see what are the prebiotic and the probiotics. They are also going to play very important role. They are the live microbial supplement, and they can improve the intestinal microbial balance. And the example of the probiotics are Lactobacillus bulgaricus, Lactobacillus shirota, Bifidobacterium. All these are present. They are going to, how they are going to act. They are non-infectious dysbacteriosis. After the high doses of antibiotic and radiation therapy, and after these treatments, so many times the bacterial loss is there. Normal natural flora of the bacteria is not there in the intestine. So that will be maintained by consuming the probiotics. They are inhibiting the carcinogenesis. They are anti-cholesteremic. They are inducing the high calcium resorption. Vitamin synthesis is also supported by them. These are very important beneficial aspects of the probiotics. Now here you can see in this flowchart that what are the different metabolic effects. Now we come to the minerals, role of modulation, role of iron in the immunity. So again the immunity is going to be, all the lymphocytes will be activated by the iron. Okay, so it is an essential enzyme in the ribonucleotide reductase, which is involved in the DNA synthesis. So this way it is very important. Now, effect of the zinc. Zinc is also going to be playing very important role in the immune system, and again the deficiency of this will affect the T cell subpopulation. Okay, and it will cause the decline in NK selectivity also if the deficiency is there. Now, if you see the COVID virus, what is the COVID infection? This coronavirus, it is again a virus which is having E protein, M protein, and S protein. Now, if you see, this is the structure of the whole coronavirus, and in these are the different how it has come, what is the origin of the virus. Now, after once these things are done, we can see that yes, now this is the origin from where it has come from. Okay, now we will see what is the infection process of the COVID. So we have seen it here also, that it is the infection, it is going to attach with the ACE2 receptor, it will enter, then it will replicate, then it will form its assembly, it will go into the other cell and infect the other body parts also. It is going to cause the severe pneumonia in which the fluid will be formation of scar tissue is there, protein and cellular debris is there, loss of surfactant is there. So this loss of surfactant, that is the major step that is going to harm the lungs, and because of this only the whole problem is rising. If you see the pathophysiology behind the symptom and the sign of the COVID, so it is going to be different stages are there, and on the basis of different stages of the viral replication and its shedding, different symptoms are appearing. These are the, now if you see that what are the different how it has been done, like after how many days, what are the different symptoms are going to be there, and what are the different medications which are now observed, that those are beneficial or not. So these are the things which these are included in this slide. Now coming to the next slide, how we can say that there is any possible role of nutrition in the COVID-19. So that is our main topic. So how dietary management of the disease condition. Okay, so for that the energy requirement will be different, that is more. Protein requirement will be different. Carbohydrate administration should be limited because of the diabetes and comorbid patients, that should be controlled. And the fat is also. So all these things will come to the consideration. Now the role of vitamin D is again going to be very important role, and these are if the food containing vitamin D is consuming, they are going to enhance our immunity and they will prevent us from this infection, because in this case what will happen, ACE receptor will not be free for attachment. So once the virus is not attaching with the ACE receptor, they will not enter the body, because they just need ACE2 receptor to attach and to bind and to enter the body. And vitamin D, again one more thing is there, that they will stop the and decrease the cytokine storm. And thirdly, that they have the antimicrobial activity because of the presence of cathepsins and defensins. Now coming to the next slide, vitamin B12. So they are again going to play a very important role for the prevention of the COVID-19. So what is happening, the DNA in this case, vitamin B12, and then comes to the probiotic. Probiotic, they are going to produce the anti-nutritional factors, and they will produce the peptides which are renin inhibitor. Thus in the same way as that of the vitamin D, they will suppress the ACE2, and which is the receptor for COVID-19 to bind. So once the renin inhibitors are there, then it will not going to bind with the ACE2 receptor, and then the attachment is not there. Once attachment is not there, coronavirus is not going to get enter the cell. Now these are the different mechanisms how the probiotics are going to work here. Now in this chart you can see how what are the different vitamins, how they are having their role in the inflammation as an antioxidant effect and effect in the oxidation burst. So vitamin A, that helps to regulate the production of IL-2 and pro-inflammatory TNF alpha. Then vitamin D, it is going to increase the oxidative burst potential of the macrophages. Then vitamin C, okay, it is again going to modulate the cytokine production, decrease the histamine level, regenerate the important antioxidant. Vitamin E, it is also going to enhance the IL-2 production. There are so many other functions are there. Vitamin B6 is also required for the different metabolism, for the building blocks of the cytokines, help to regulate the inflammation. Zinc is again as an anti-inflammatory agent and help to modulate the cytokine release. So all these are the points which are written here. You can see that these are very important points We can say that COVID, in the case of COVID, the nutritional immunology is going to play a very important role, because all the nutrition, healthy food in which all the fats, all the minerals, all the vitamins, everything is present there, these are going to play a very important role for the treatment and for prevention from this disease. So this way, this was all about the nutritional immunology in case of COVID, and how the nutrition, how the healthy food can help to treat and to prevent from this infection. That is very important. Thank you very much.